Well, okay, here, there probably is a function, actually. In fact, there's a function now that I think about it. The function, he's just going to have his afternoon constitutional. That's lovely to see. The function, Dylan, would be to protect him during fighting. Male leopards obviously fight more than females do, and so the larger the flap of skin you have underneath there, I guess the more protection you would have, protection his throat would have from the bites of another male leopard. And of course, that's not just to him relieving himself, that is laying down a marker, as it were. Is his patch. He's now looking across towards the waterhole there. Really obvious now, and clearly not on the hunt. That way that he lifted up his tail like that, as soon as Tal Franklin started going at him, just to say, I'm not after you, relax, take a chill. I mercifully avoid the log that he left on the side of the road, because if I'd run over that, the smell assailing my nostrils right now would be utterly appalling. Oh, another one. Oh, that was a different kind. Number one that time. Isn't he lovely? You just try and get around him. He's following Karula, I'm sure. A lovely question. You want to know how a female leopard would introduce her cubs to a male. The short answer, Ramay, is that she wouldn't. She would try and avoid doing that completely. There he is in front of us. But the long answer, Ramay, is that if he came across the cubs and she was with him, then certainly she might think about introducing him, but she would normally try and avoid it. It wouldn't be a case of trying to introduce him so much as it would be a case of it just sort of happening by chance, and she would just try and protect them and probably keep him away. So it's completely unlike a situation you have with lions, for example, which are introduced. Now, this leopard is very close to us. He's only about 1.5 meters away from us. And he's smelling where Karula was marking. Exactly where Karula was marking. See? And he's showing Fleming. He's lifting up his soft palate to expose the organ of Jacobson. And that helps him interpret the urine in Karula, or the pheromones in Karula's urine. So normally it would tell him if she was ready to mate, which she really shouldn't be at this stage. It looks like he's growling. He's not at all. He's simply lifting up the tract to the vemeronasal organ, or organ of Jacobson. So, Ramay, it's completely unlike, look at his lovely eyes. It's completely unlike with lions, where the female will take the male, or take the cubs to the male, and the male will then kind of, he will show some affection. There, he's marking his territory. You can see the spray. Now, it looks like he's thinking about going to have a drink. The male will normally not show any kind of affection towards the cubs, Ramay. Oops, sorry about that. And there he goes. I think he's going to go and have a drink. This is just too spectacular. Isn't it wonderful? The monkeys are alarm calling. Those monkeys are watching this leopard from 400, 300 meters away. You and I wouldn't see him from that distance. That's fantastic. All right, let's go round, pick him up the other side.